Hey, what's going on, everybody? So back here in the shop, as you can see, this knife here, it's got a little bit of a problem to it. A customer reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have a knife. It's got some sentimental value to it," and he said, would there be any way to somehow fix, a knife that's got the tip, broken on it? So I said, there's really only one way to do it. And for any of you that are curious, you might have some knives, in your kitchen, or you might have a pocket knife like this that has a broken tip. And when this happens, you might think, hey, it's got its use, and you throw it away. What I can tell you is that there is a way to actually fix a knife like that, and the way we do it is we essentially have to grind and reprofile this to where it's a serviceable knife again. You can see on the other side here, I kind of drew a little bit of a line as far as what this profile needs to be for this knife. This is what we call a drop point hunting knife, or just regular utility knife, but it's got what we call a drop point to it. And so when it comes to doing this, I'm going to be using a belt grinder in order to do this. This is where I make all of my knives. This is where I sharpen my knives and everything. This is the heart to the operation here. So I don't want to see any comments about, oh, you're overheating the blade and all of that. Every knife maker in the world uses a 2x72 for the most part when it comes to finish shaping and profiling and sharpening their knives. So in order to do that, I've got a bucket of water here that serves two purposes. One, it's gonna allow me to cool the blade down and dunk it when I start grinding on this knife. And the other purpose too is that when I'm grinding with these ceramic belts, there's gonna be metal, metal bits and shavings coming off. And either though I'm gonna be running at a low speed, they're probably gonna spark. Allows all for that hot steel to go right into the water, and that way I don't have sparks flying all over the shop. So again, this is a Japanese knife. It's an Explorer ZZ. It's a stainless steel 440C, and I'm going to show you that if you have a knife that's like this, you can get this back into working condition. Some knives are necessarily worth it, but if you got something that was handed down, maybe you dropped it, what you should be doing is using a knife for a pry bar. I'm not sure what happened in this case, but I'm going to show you that we can get this knife working again. So stick around, and I'm going to go ahead and get working on this. All right, folks, we got that knife back in working order. So I want to make this video to show you that if you have a knife that you thoroughly enjoy and something happened to it, or it's got some sentimental value like this one, just because you broke the tip on it doesn't mean you can't get it back in working order. You can repair them. The profiles can be a little bit different than what it originally was. But if it's important to you to get this back in working order, then it is very much possible. So most of the time it's not as severe as what you see with this one. A lot of times it's just a little bit of the tip of it, maybe it dropped, or maybe somebody was prying something and they shouldn't have been. But regardless, you can definitely get this knife back in working order. So as you saw me working on this, one of the things I want to point out, if you were to attempt this yourself, is you need to make sure that you've got the right tools to where you have some variable control. I was able to really slow this belt grinder down. I'm not, going to town on it or anything like that. And also having ability to cool it, like this pail of water here, is really important. So when I'm making knives, I'm always, especially when I'm finishing the knife and going into that final grind, it's important to maintain a knife that, the temperature is not going to get crazy hot. That's also another reason why when I'm grinding on this grinder, I don't wear gloves. People always ask me like, why don't you got gloves on? That you could tear your hands up. Well, one of the reasons I have better control without gloves. The other reason is that when I'm holding this blade, I can really feel if the steel is getting too hot. You won't know that if you're wearing gloves, and to where, then it's too late and the knife lost its temper and now it's just a big paperweight at that point. So you really got to be careful if you're going to attempt this yourself. Obviously you can contact me and I can do it for you, as you saw in this demonstration here. But again, if you have anything that that needs some repair to it and you want to get that repaired, you can definitely do that. Like this gentleman reached out to me and I said I'm more than happy to take a look at it, and in this case we were able to get this fixed up. If you have any knives that you'd like to get sharpened or potentially have some damage to them to where you want to get them repaired, I have been toying with the idea of starting offering some services like that in my business. So if you see this and you're interested, just go ahead and message me, email, through social media, wherever you're seeing this. Go ahead and just give me a quick ring and I'll be happy to talk to you and let you know what I can do for you. So thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. And like I said, thanks for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.